Hi, I'm Paul Zarowski. This is a Morton M5 radial engine. This thing was made by Morton Burgess in 1946. The way you can tell it was made by Morton, it has the A in front of the serial number, which shows that it met minimum acceptance for running, which makes this engine much more valuable than the kit engines they put out.
So they made kit engines. So were there a lot of kit engines?
There were more kit engines than there were factory engines, because the factory basically made these in kit form, which basically went to machinists who learned how to machine these parts back in the 40s. So very few of them actually wound up in aircraft flying. It was more of a project type, engine.
So was it a home machinist would buy the kit?
Yes, sir. A home machinist would buy it, and then you would take it to your school and learn how to machine all the parts. Because you would get everything basically in rough casting, and you would have to drill the holes, do all the filing, do all the drilling. But a couple hundred of these engines were actually assembled at the factory, and like I said, in which you got the A in front of the serial number.
Awesome. So you have you flown this engine?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir. I haven't even run it. I've owned it for about 10 years.
Wow.
And I've looked at many of them, and the ones that were made by machinists go from one end of the spectrum to the other, from meticulous to very rough. So if you're going to put the money into one and you can find one actually made by Burgess, you know it actually ran.
Yeah. Well, it feels like it's got good workmanship and quality. Just looking at it, it looks like it's in great condition.
Oh, exactly, and it does have the original prop with it. You either got the 2-bladed or the 3-bladed prop. You can change the pitch on it, to what you needed.
Do you know about what the diameter and pitch setting should be?
No, I don't.
You don't? Okay.
No, I just had no intention of ever running it, but, I just got the original, spinner with it. You either got the 2-blade or 3-blade.
So what do you think this originally sold for?
I think originally it was probably like around, $20 or $30, but these things are going for about $2,000 now.
Wow, phenomenal.
Yeah.
How can you resist not hearing it run at least once?
I've seen it on YouTube.
Oh, that's good enough, huh?
That's the beauty of YouTube. And if you wanted to, you can hold it and just kind of feel the compression as you go all the way around. And it's absolutely great.
Now, how many do you think were made of this engine in total, counting all the kits?
That I don't know. I did know at one time I looked up the serial number, because this one was number 612 out of, I think, around 1,000 or so.
Okay.
That Burgess, the company, made.
Mm-hmm.
But there were probably, hundreds of, kits, out there.
So what was the year range you think they were available in?
This one was, I looked up the serial number, this one was made in 1946.
Okay.
So I think it was from about the 44 to 48 range, somewhere in that period.
Okay, and how late did they make the kits available to modelers? Do you know?
That I don't know.
Don't know.
No.
Well, I'm pretty excited about this. We don't get really cool, unique things in the shop that often, and this is by far and away the coolest engine anybody's ever brought in.
Well,
and to me, it's so old and historic, it would be more significant to me than a new radial.
Oh.
I'm fascinated by the distributor cap.
Yeah, one thing you may notice on the distributor also is it's non-adjustable. Unlike your rocket here, where you can adjust your timing to advance and retard the timing. The ones that came from the factory did not have an adjustable timing on it. So the ones that people made themselves, you could get aftermarket where you had a lever that came down and you could adjust the timing, which eased the starting to where you could, retard the timing, get it to fire quicker, and then you could advance it to bring your power up. But this one was pretty much preset.
Now, what's the displacement on it?
This one is just over a 60. I think it's a
Okay.
0.64, but memory just not serve me right now, so.
0.64, so they're probably cylinders around a 12 then.
Yeah, probably in that
Okay.
ballpark.
Okay, fascinating. Well, thank you very much for showing us your engine.
Yes, sir. I'll have to bring some of the other old ones. I have a whole drawer full of them, so.
Okay, well, cool. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.